Hi everyone. A common question that I'll get with Moodle is how can I track what my students are doing in the Moodle space? There's actually a variety of ways to do this, and I'll show you a few of the most common ones in this screencast. When you are looking at the main Moodle page, um, and when you're in as teacher, if you look to typically on the left-hand side, but depending on the theme, it might be on the right-hand side, for a panel called Navigation. Under Navigation, you'll see a whole bunch of links to other places you can go, but you'll also see the current course that you have open. And underneath that course, you'll see participants, reports, and then all of your topics. Now, although reports will give you a great deal of information regarding your students and how they're working in Moodle, participants actually gives you that same information in a much more readable format. So I'm going to go ahead and click on participants. And when I do, it gives me a chart with a list of all the students in my class. The student names, obviously, for this screencast have been blocked out just so that their privacy is respected. However, just off to the left of this window is the list of all the students in your class. If you choose one of those students by just simply clicking on their name, you'll be taken to their profile page. On their profile page, you can see things like their profile picture, any information they've chosen to enter about themselves, as well as a list of all other Moodle courses that student currently belongs to. If, however, you look on the side under the navigation bar, you'll see that you have a new menu selection with a student's name, and under that name you'll see a number of options, including View Profile, which is the screen we were just looking at, Forum Posts, where I can actually go through and see every post that that student has made to this class, Blogs, where I can look at every blog entry that that individual student has made to this class, Messages, where I can see what messages that student has sent, Notes, where I can enter my own logs about that student, and Activity Reports that give me pretty much every click that that student has made to the Moodle in a user-friendly format. Just quickly to go through what these different reports are, under Outline Report, that will actually give you a view of your Moodle page along with a record of every time the student has viewed something on that page. Complete Report will be the same information, however you'll see any discussion forum items or assignments actually displayed on the page with it. Today's Logs, which gives you a detailed report on every single mouse click that the student made on the page. All Logs, which will give you the same information but since the student joined the class. Statistics, which is a very powerful tool which gives a graph of how often that student is doing different types of activities in the class. And Grade, which currently most people are not using. So let's take a look at a few of these. To start with, I'm going to click on Outline Report. And when I do, you can see that it takes me back to my main Moodle page, and you can see that this student made one post to the Student Lounge on Monday, had 3 views of the master calendar, and 1 view of the online or course outline. That's a good way to get a snapshot of if the student is actually visiting the Moodle site, but it's also important to maybe know what they're actually posting. So I could, for example, if I instead go to Complete Report, I get that same information. However, you can see here that I actually also have the discussion post that the student made to the Student Lounge saying that he went fencing up a mountain. Again, it's a very good way to take a look at what the student's been doing online, and a very good at a glance to see what contributions that student has made to the Moodle classroom. However, sometimes it's good to have a track record to see when the students have been online and how often they've been online. For that, we do a statistics report. So statistics report you'll see is just at the bottom here. It says statistics. When you click on that, Moodle displays a graph showing in different colors when the student has been online. So you can see that on the 13th of September, that student made 38 clicks, if you like, on the Moodle page. However, on September 16th, that student made no clicks. That roughly on the 14th of September, roughly 32, 33 clicks were just reading things. However, 7 of them were for posting new discussions. And you can get a snapshot very quickly, A, how much the student has used the site, and B, by comparing the blue and the green lines, how much the student has been contributing versus reading, which gives you a very, very quick and easy snapshot in terms of how the student's doing. As always, if you have any questions on this, please feel free to give me a shout.